Hello everybody, I'm Mahdi Vahedian, you know me, and due to the situation that happened for the university and this situation that we are in, so I decided to record some video, and in this video I'm going to explain the homeworks that I gave, and let's figure it out together. So first of all, this is the file that I sent to you, and the first task is easy, very easy, like student add. So everything is here, so I'm not gonna actually explain all of them. So I'm just opening my Visual Studio and create a new project. So about this, I want to tell you something. Please use .NET framework. If you have the Visual Studio 2019, you should use .NET framework, not the other things, because they're different. So I'm going to the next, so I put the name one, and let's save it on desktop. So create. Okay, because the designing part is not very important, I will actually fast forward this part in the video, but I just wanted to tell you some tips. First of all, the form should be locked, as you can see in this image, so it should not be being changed by user, so user cannot change the size of the form. So here in this form border style, I'm putting it in fixed to window. That's very important. Okay, this is one thing. The another thing is I wanted to say is about the labels. Okay, you can any control, these are control in our toolbox, any of these tools or controls that you're adding on your form with holding the control down and drag and drop it, it's getting copied. But do this for the labels are okay, but usually it's not a very good idea to do it with actually the buttons or like other things, because it will sometimes it will make some problems. Anyways, with labels are fine. So okay, let's just design. So okay, now we added everything. Now it's time to go for the coding part. So first of all, I'm going to the add here, double click on this button and going to that. This is the main button, like everything that will happen, it will happen in this button, in this main button, so in this add button. So we are not right now coding this, let's just code these two, they are much easier. So for clear, okay, it's very easy. So list box one dot items dot clear. So this is one thing. And for exit, we can use two things. Application dot exit we can use, or it's the easier part for me, it's like this one is easier, this dot close. It's gonna work. Like if we see this, if I put exit, yes. Okay, now let's go for the add part. So in this add part, in the file that as I said it should be 5 digits. So if it would be less than that, give it an error. So it means that if it's gonna be more, it will not make any error. But I should have written here that it should be only 5 digits. But whatever, I'm not gonna fix this thing, so I'm just gonna actually do exact thing that I wrote there. So it will be an error executed when and only when it's gonna be less than 5 digits. So I need a condition. Okay, so there is a if. So if text box 2, because that's the ID text box, the text dot length, we learned it in C++. Okay, it would be less than 5, we're gonna have an error. And sorry, we will not have this. this. Yes. So I gonna make a message box that show, and here I gonna write the message that the ID should be 5 digits. Please fix that, for example. And if I put a comma like this, it's going to be the caption. As you can see in that small box under this gray box, you can see that it says string, look here, string caption. So this is a string text, which is going to be our text only, and the caption, and then there is a buttons, then there is the icon. So for this, I still, because didn't explain this completely, I know Mr. already did, but let's just for now just go for the caption. So the caption will be error and semicolon for close. But if else if no, sorry, just else. So if it's gonna be else, so we gonna do our code, like what gonna happen at the next, like this here will be the code. So this is the one that we need, and inside, and before that, for the gender and for this sex, okay, we have male and female, right? So for now there is like a better ways to make this gender thing, but for now it's like the most simplest way is we need another if. Okay, so I'm saying if radio button 1 dot checked. So it doesn't need to say equals to true. I can do that, but this is more professional and it's better, because this sentence radio button 1 dot checked, it will be, imagine that in your head that is converting to true or false. So basically you're gonna be like this, for example, if true. So that's the thing. Don't forget about this. It's correct way and it's better way. Anyways, if this thing worked, first we need a string. I'm putting string gender. Okay, so here I'm saying gender equals to male, and here on the other hand I have else gender equals to female. So now that I did that, I put just else. So what does it mean? It means if this male will be checked, okay, so it will be male. If it would be female, it will be female. But if none of them checked, it will be also female written there. It's unfair to men actually. So let's make it correct. So if I want to make it correct, I should add else if. And else if what? Else if radio button 2 dot checked. So in this case, if male getting checked, it will be the male printer. If female, it's gonna be female. If none of them checked, it will be just nothing there. So this is true, this is correct. Now in else, I just gonna add our item listbox1 dot items dot add. So how it's gonna be? The text box 1 dot text, because it's a name, right? It's the name plus. So there is a space and there is a parenthesis open, which is gonna be ID inside. So plus text box 2 dot text. Pretty forward, and I need to close the parentheses, so I'm closing the parentheses and a space, and then I need the gender, right? Plus gender. But look, I have an error here. I did this because I want to reach to this point to tell you something very important. Look, the gender here is an error. Why it has an error? The reason is here, and let me just like this here and zoom it up a bit here. I'm saying here, if the radio button 1 is checked, clicked, the gender should be equals to male. But if it would be radio button to that check, the gender should be female. So one of these conditions, okay, should happen. But there is a third case also. The third case is if none of them happened, none of them marked. So if none of them marked, what should be printed here? Because the gender will be null. It's not empty, it's null. In mem of the week I put it that photo because that mem, because I wanted to know the correct form and correct definition of null and empty. So if I put here this, when I initializing it at the first time as double quotation, it means that's just empty. Now the error is gone. So it means right now if I'm not checking anything here and I put add, it will just add the name and ID and nothing after that, just this space. Okay, or I can even add an else to it, to this. Look at here, if I put else it means like any other situation. So it means if it's not marked, right? So gender will be equals to, for example, not available. Now the error is gone. So if I start the program, if I put the name and if I put an ID and let's not choose anything, add, so I will have this error. But if I add one digit, so it's gonna be more than five or more than 5. If I put add, it will be added, and you can see that in the end the gender will be just NA, which is not available. And if I choose male and I put this, it's gonna be like happening. And if I put edit and I put a random number here and I put again male, it's gonna happen because I don't want to make edit as female. Let's say another like whatever, and if I put female and some number here, if I put add, it's adding as a female. So if I put clear, the list will be clear, and the exit will quit the program. So okay, that's it for this task. For the next task I will record another one. So bye for now.